The movie is starting!
Woo!
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Shh, the Movie is Starting. I'm one of your hosts, Jeremiah.
I'm your other host, Chris.
And today we are joined by...
Joel Vallie.
All right.
How are you guys? Thanks for having me on.
Well, thank you for coming on, man. So, what are we watching
Pandemic
today?
edition!
Yes, once again, yes, this is another pandemic version of the show because we are still on lockdown. If you're in like the Chicagoland area, like Chris and I, definitely for another month, as just been announced. We're hoping to stay sane out there, giving you some, a break from your routine, just to listen, watch some movies. I guess this has been working out. You're the ones doing all the sound editing, so...
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. What are we watching today?
We are watching The Fly.
All right. Vincent Price.
Classic.
I love Vincent Price. I can't wait to watch this.
Not that one.
Oh, this is the Dick in the Jar one. Okay, I love this.
Jesus.
Just rip that Band-Aid right off.
Yeah. Get it out there.
Yeah, I don't remember why I picked this movie, though, when I talked to Chris. I forgot what that other movie I was thinking about.
Return of the Living Dead you're also talking about.
Oh, Return of the Living Dead, yeah.
Which is also...
I know I wanted to do horror because I feel like that's my genre, and I just thought, let's do The Fly. It's been a minute. I'm going to go into this fresh because it's been a minute since I've seen it. So
it's been a while for me.
Yeah, it's probably been about 5-6 years since I've last watched this.
Well, the thing too that is really remarkable about this is this was the first movie that really kind of got David Cronenberg on like kind of the public eye. Like kind of showed that this guy's a serious director because prior to this he had done I think was it Scanners and The Dead Zone and The Brood, but it was just sort of like
Videodrome.
Videodrome. So like he really hadn't it really didn't it kind of got him in this sort of niche body horror type thing, which this movie very much is body horror. It opened doors for him to where he could kind of now you see David Cronenberg is doing more crime movies, and I think this kind of...
he kind of segued into drama.
Yeah, kind of like crime dramas like Eastern Promises and A History of Violence. Like this, I think, was a big part of allowing him to do that because this movie was so commercial. It was everywhere. I may be wrong about this, but I believe this is the movie that coined the phrase "Be afraid, be very afraid." Now you hear that, and you hear that all the time now in horror. So it's like,
well, yeah, this was like a hit for him that I don't think they expected to be a hit.
Yeah,
but it was like huge. I remember it being huge. I remember my father went to go see this in the theater and came out and he just kind of said, "Wow."
Yeah, and it was
which
also
immediately made me want to watch it, even though I wasn't allowed to.
It was it was made when Jeff Goldblum was a hot rising star. And same to Geena Davis.
Yeah, fresh off of the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
And Transylvania 65000.
Woo!
And let us not forget Dead Zone. not Dead Zone, Death Wish.
Death Wish, yeah.
Don't jive with the small wolf. We know you know what we want.
But this is like one of the only movies that I know Cronenberg made up to this point that had anything to do with the Oscars.
Yeah.
So he's got Jeff Goldblum a nomination for Best Actor.
Only nomination he's ever had for acting was from this movie. It's one of those movies that is a remake, but people forget that it's a remake because this one shines so bright. It kind of... Especially when the way they took the original premise where it's just basically a guy in a monster fly suit and, whereas this one is more of just like, okay, like...
Well, it's more dramatic and emotionally involving because you get to watch this guy who's a pretty decent person just kind of devolve into like a monster.
Yeah, and just deteriorate and Brundlefly, if you will.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So anyway, shall we get this thing going?
Yeah, I believe so.
This is obviously a commentary track that we are recording here, so we expect you to watch the movie with us. The movie's streaming on Amazon, but you do have to rent it. We're watching the Blu-ray. So we have the movie queued up before the 20th Century Fox logo. I am pressing play now.
All right. It's not going to be perfect, right?
No, it's never going to be perfect.
As long as we're in ballpark, I guess. It should be fine. I'm going to turn my volume down here.
I will say that I absolutely love Howard Shore's music from this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like an opera.
Howard Shore also did Lord of the Rings, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was the in-house composer for the first few seasons of Saturday Night Live.
Oh, nice. The Flea and Fly.
Yeah. Where's that movie?
And of
Bit
course,
of a dated title sequence, but
yeah. Oh, look, we're watching Predator.
Those are people, right? In the end,
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah,
At a conference.
it's a party, I think.
It's as if like this is what a fly sees or whatever. Yeah.
Whatever John wants, John gets.
Oh.
There. Ba-dum-tsh. But I remember
there he
even
is.
as a kid watching this for the first time, this music freaked me out.
Yeah.
But then, like, Howard Shore, I think, did the music for the majority of Cronenberg's movies.
Yeah.
And he always managed to come up with, like, a great theme for each one.
Well, because I definitely hear a similarity to, like, Dead Zone.
Yeah.
To this,
Scanner's
so,
a little bit, too.
Yeah. Did he do, although I don't really think there was a soundtrack for Shivers, which that's Cronenberg.
Honestly, that's probably one of the few movies he did that I've never seen.
Yeah. It's good. Like, you definitely...
I've sing Shivers. It's good.
Yeah, it definitely...
Is that the one with the killer orgasms?
Yeah, well, it's like it's sort of like whatchamacallit, it's basically a parasite that lives in people and burns its way through their skin, and actually they kind of talk about how what's his face, the guy who wrote Alien, O'Banion, kind of ripped them off because like
Dan O'Bannon?
Dan O'Bannon and the other people who were involved with Alien kind of ripped off Shivers, but it just got released later, even though it was made. I think it was actually made in the can before Alien came out, but it just beat them. And they had like similar people working on the projects, and or some of the same people working on both projects, and it ended up, yeah.
Oh, Geena Davis. Why'd you ruin your face with plastic surgery?
Well, she just left after Cutthroat Island.
Yeah,
anyway,
she's like,
so.
yeah, you know what? Fuck this Hollywood thing.
She's done.
Well, I know she was on
What
that.
kind of an oxygen bar is that?
She was on some miniseries, like the Coma miniseries, which was like that Robin Cook book.
Yeah, she was also on the Exorcist TV show.
Yeah, but yeah, not.
What was that movie where she was the president, or that TV show where she was the president?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about because it had Sebastian.
Was it Commander in Chief?
Possibly, because I remember it had Sebastian Stan as her son.
Yeah. I remember she was trying to have she tried 2 different comebacks, and I don't think either of them really worked.
Yeah.
But she does have an Oscar though.
Yes. Yeah, it was for
Accidental Tourist.
Yeah.
Why that is committed to memory, I don't know.
She did come back for those Stuart Little movies. Oh, she's like the mom in that.
In which one?
Stuart Little movies.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Her and Hugh Laurie.
Yeah.
I got like 5 kids, so I know.
But
how many times have you had to watch Frozen 2 so far?
Once.
Oh my god.
She was. I can't believe I forgot that she was in the.
That's amazing.
She was in the last season of Glow. That's what she was in.
Yeah. She ran the hotel, right? The casino.
Yeah, she was the owner of the casino. Yeah.
Oh, you know what she did? And this came after Cutthroat Island. I forgot. She did Long Kiss Goodnight, which I really like.
I love that movie. Honestly, you know how everybody has like their Christmas movie that they watch every year, and a lot of people say it's like Die Hard or Christmas Story. Mine is Long Kiss Goodnight.
Long Kiss Goodnight. That movie, that's a solid flick.
I like Sam Jackson in that movie. He's like my spirit animal.
That's a duck.
It's a duck, not a dick. No, I'm always frank and earnest with women. In New York, I'm frank, and in Chicago, I'm earnest.
Did you see Shaft? I know this has nothing to do with
the newer one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like the last one that came out in 2000, so I didn't bother with the new one.
It's not good.
Yeah, I didn't.
You mean
it past.
It wasn't your duty to please that booty, Chris?
Oh Jesus.
Also, too, like the thing back to the fly. It's just like he's taking her back to her apartment for sex, and he's just playing the piano.
Which I love to it.
Yeah.
He's old-fashioned. He wants to romance her first.
Well, the thing is, though, I realize they're doing it to kind of just show his, how eccentric he is.
Kind of awkward.
Yeah.
And the infamous pods.
Yep.
Which are way better looking than the ones from the 50s.
Yep.
Right. And you know I don't know if you guys have heard this, the design of those pods, where they came from. They're actually from David Cronenberg's motorcycle, the that piece, it's turned upside down. It's kind of based off that design.
Like a carburetor?
I don't know
type
nothing. I don't know much about motorcycles.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I remember they were having a hard time coming up with a design that he liked. And he brought that producer lady. God, what's her name? He works with her in all his flicks, but he brought her out to the garage, and they seen that, and it's basically that part of the motorcycle.
Just like on its side or something.
Yeah, like upside down.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to make something that looks like it'd be out of Star Trek or something out of Lost in Space or something like that. Gotta have something that's unique looking and actually kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah. Because it does. I mean, even in a way, it kind of has a Geiger look to it.
Yeah.
You know, like. And I think it's probably just like the coloring and the lines and stuff like that.
The hoses coming off of it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, show us them games.
Ooh, things are about to get.
Jeff Goldblum's like, got my first boner.
Yeah. Do I get to see that stocking come off? Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's great.
Hey, life finds a way.
Look at that computer, man.
My erection found a way.
Does it have the clicky keys?
They're not blinking in sequence.
They can blink out of sequence.
Touch sensors.
Oh, that's ahead of its time, man.
Before its time.
Yeah. Look at Jeff
Unless
Goldblum
you count that
thinking
80s lamp that you used to touch.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that lamp?
Oh, yeah.
That you would touch and it would turn on, I guess.
Oh, and voice command, too, before its time, so.
Yeah.
Siri makes me do these prompts, too. So. Actually, no, if this was Siri, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Yeah, could you speak a little louder, please?
There's no need, and then eventually, there's no need for that kind of language.
I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of computer.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm going to end up watching this movie, I can tell.
It is so good, though.
Yeah,
it still holds up. I mean, I think the thing that makes it work or makes it still hold up, even though it's like a monster movie, is it's all physical effects. It's all practical.
Practical, yeah.
Well,
Practical holds up way better than any CGI.
That was the big thing with Cronenberg, through his whole career, he's always been like a big practical effect guy. Look at Eastern Promises, like the whole the thing where when every time you see somebody's throat get slit is so disturbingly real looking.
Well, don't forget, we watched House 2 a couple of episodes ago.
Oh,
Chris, yeah. Chris Wallace did the makeup effects for that. Chris Wallace created all the makeup effects for this. He's going places. He was moving on up.
Well, this would have been the same year too as House 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What else did he do that year?
Couldn't tell you.
If only I had a magic box.
I'm trying to think. But there's something he chose this over something else.
But I know he ended up directing.
Oh, I think it was over. No, was it? It's not. Oh gosh, I can't remember.
Let's see. Get old cast and crew here. Would it be?
Oh, Gremlins 2, I think.
The new batch.
He chose this over Gremlins 2.
Although, unless they were in production, because I say Gremlins 2 came out in was it 89 or 90, right? And I mean, unless they were doing unless the
did he do the effects for Inner Space?
Let's see here.
Oh, that's interesting.
Was it? I'm trying to think. What was it? What was the guy's name again?
Chris Wallace.
Chris Wallace
with one L.
I'm trying to figure out what it would be under if it's special.
I just teleported your stocking, girl. Want a cappuccino?
I found it. There we are. Yeah. Oh, he'd also done Enemy Mine. He did the Drac makeup. Yeah.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Well, I know The Fly had another director attached beforehand.
Yeah.
Before Cronenberg.
Yeah. Because did you know Cronenberg was actually attached to Total Recall?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember reading about that.
And then when that went bad, and then he came over to The Fly. Because the original director, I believe his daughter was killed in some crazy accident.
Wow.
And he left the project. But Cronenberg was always first in mind, but he couldn't do it because of Total Recall.
That makes you think, like, what Cronenberg's version of Total Recall would have been like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God, that sounds like absolutely insane.
Well, I'd like to see the see what the party Richter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you wonder if maybe some of the stuff made it in there.
Yep.
That because I'm sure he was doing writing and stuff.
Although, like, Verhoeven's really big into kind of body horror as well. So
You mean just blowing them up?
Because this script's not like the original.
Yeah.
That they were gonna do.
Yeah.
Because this is a really weird Mel Brooks produced movie.
Yeah, that always struck me as weird once I heard about that. I was like, of all the movies to direct from all the different directors you could have chosen, Mel Brooks and David Cronenberg together.
Well, bear in mind, Mel Brooks worked with David Lynch too, like that Eraserhead, you know. So.
Maybe he was
not
a fan of Cronenberg's
Elephant
work, and he wanted to see him get more attention, so he decided to produce a big budget movie for him.
Yeah, and I want to clarify, not Eraserhead, Elephant Man. That's
Elephant Man, which is a really goddamn good movie.
Yeah,
right. Elephant Man's great.
This guy always plays sleazebags.
Yeah.
And he's the only one in the prequel, right?
Yeah.
Or the
sequel,
yeah.
Geena
Davis is like, I don't want to come back just so you could kill me in the first scene.
Yeah, she dies right in the
birthing scene.
Yeah.
Which, man, you want to talk about a movie I haven't seen since the theater? The Fly 2.
I watched that in the theater on film last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a theater out here called the Music Box. It's like an old school theater with like an organ and everything.
Was that one of the movies that I?
That was one of the movies. Every Halloween they do like a 24-hour movie marathon at the theater.
Nice.
And they every movie, unless they can't find a version of it on film, they'll play every movie on film. And yeah, they played Fly 2 on film. And I was like, wow, I haven't seen it like this since I saw it at the Dollar Theater back in '88 or '89.
What's interesting is I'll go out of my way to see something on film.
Oh yeah.
And a couple years back, I made a little trip to go see Return of the Living Dead on film.
God, that would be so awesome if they did that.
It was great. It was awesome.
But they played that last year. They played the original Halloween 2, which the version that I saw I don't recommend because the print was so damaged that everything was orange.
Oh man.
Well, it's kind of like that. What was it? The Manitou we saw where everything was red.
Oh yeah. God, that movie. Was it Luscious Tatas Save the World?
Or was it Tasty Hoots?
Tasty Hoots Save the World.
Forget. Golly. Sorry, I'm kind of watching.
That's a pickup line and a half right there. I'm gonna try that next time I want to get a girl.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
I got one magical word for you. Cheeseburger.
Brought to you by Pepsi.
Yeah, this horrific transformation scene brought to you by Pepsi.
I'm telling you, all the dialogue in this movie is awesome.
That's the thing is, I wonder, did he co-write this with somebody else?
Let's see.
Well, there was a script written.
Okay, and he just tweaked it a little bit, I guess.
And then I think they did a pretty big overhaul on it.
Okay.
So much
Charles
that
Edward
I
Pogue,
think
Yeah, because it says like the story was by a guy named George Langenan. Not really sure.
Well,
how
the
to
story
pronounce
is, I think, from a Playboy magazine article or something, if I can remember right. A short story from years and years ago, or something like that.
And then Charles, then like the screen, then one screenplay it says, or one screenplay credit goes to Charles Edward Pogue, and then David Cronenberg.
Who's from Cincinnati? Woo!
Right, and like
Cronenberg did an overhaul.
When that other writer saw the movie, he was like, "Okay, I'm happy to have my name on this."
Yeah.
Like he didn't know what was going to happen. He didn't know what he was going to watch, but he said it was just like Cronenberg took it to another level, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, this was his big shot. He didn't want to mess it
up.
And he basically had carte blanche after this to do whatever the hell he wanted.
Yeah, no, he...
Didn't he do Naked Lunch after this?
I think so, and then that kind of killed us. That kind of ended that. Let's see here. What followed The Fly? But no, I mean, I love Videodrome. I think Videodrome's fucking
that movie's
great.
just weird for the sake of weird.
Yeah. That and Dead Zone is
Dead
fucking
Zone's
awesome
cool
too. Yeah.
But I love Scanners. I love The Brood.
Oh, I think he did. Okay, so where's the Fly?
A lot of people haven't seen The Brood. I think that's very
yeah.
underrated.
Yeah. It's just that's another one where it's just kind of like, you know what the hell's going on for the
Yeah.
whole movie. Then you see that reveal at the end where she lifts up her
Like,
dress. You're like, oh my goodness!
Look! Dead Ringers was the one that was his follow for this. That's the one with the
that
him
was
and
that
Jeremy
was
Irons.
one of the first uses of CGI for a split screen.
Yep.
They used a computer to composite those shots.
Yep. And then
what I love about Cronenberg is he's been in everything too.
yeah,
Like he's an Easter egg in everyone's movies.
Like Jason X.
He's a Jason X.
See, I honestly I was a fan of Cronenberg when I was a kid, and then when I first started watching horror movies, I was like, I watched this, I watched Scanners, and I was like, okay, this guy's awesome. And then I watched Nightbreed,
yeah, and he's the
and
killer.
I was like, holy shit, he's awesome in this fucking movie! Oh my god!
Which his name too is a play on the character from it's a mix of Philip K. Dick and Deckard from Blade Runner. Yeah, I think they call him Decker as opposed to Deckard.
Yeah,
but,
Decker. Yeah,
because his name was Dr. Philip K. Deckard or Decker. You know, so clearly a reference to that.
Like, I remember when I saw it, I was just like, oh, what the hell is this? Casting about, and then you watch the movie, like, oh my god, he's actually kind of awesome.
Yeah.
His really high pitched voice kind of worked for the part.
No. Just always think of the thing where he's stabbing the guy in the knee, going, "Tell me." It's like,
say it.
And what are your guys' thoughts on Existence?
I liked it.
I like it, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I would think it definitely was ahead of the curve because we look
I
at
need to watch it again.
With like the whole VR setup and everything that's going on now. That movie was made, God, 21 years ago.
99, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so I mean, it's.
2000.
I mean,
the thing that got me was the reason I went and saw it in the theater was because they were kind of marketing it like it was The Matrix.
Yeah.
And when I went and saw it, I was like, oh, this is nothing like The Matrix. Not that I was expecting like kung fu fights and stuff, but I was expecting some sort of like, deep plot, and then it was just kind of like people woodenly acting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think I need to like go back and watch it again.
Yeah, because it actually, I mean, like I said, especially with all like the VR gaming and all that stuff, and just like, oh, what is reality?
Yeah, like
questioning. Am I part of the game right now, or is this is this really going on?
Got that kind of weird Wes Craven Nightmare on Elm Street vibe going on.
Yeah,
like what's reality and what's a dream?
Yeah, and like it definitely is. It's one of those. It's kind of like a lot of Carpenter stuff where it's like it just came out way too early. You know?
Yep, like they live.
Yeah.
I went to see it because of it was Cronenberg, but I also had heard Sarah Polley was in it.
Yeah,
and I was kind of like had a little thing for her.
Is Sarah Polley?
I loved her in the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Oh yeah, I actually wanted her. Your audience probably don't know that I'm a filmmaker, and for Beautiful Prison, which is a movie I made, I wanted Sarah Polley to play the Jubilee role.
Oh really?
But at that moment, she had just switched to directing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't going to be acting no more, and I was like, oh well. So I changed the whole character to like a Mexican person. That's crazy.
From Sarah Polley to a Mexican, that's a leap.
Well, because it was going to be Sarah Polley, because I filmed it in Mexico and the U.S., so I filmed in 2 different countries, and she was like an American in Mexico, doing like a star, like down there.
Yeah.
But then once I couldn't get her, we just switched it to a telenovela star. And switched it all out. So.
Oh, is this the disturbing?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
baboon, the inside out baboon. That's a great effect, and it's not. It looks good.
Yeah. Oh no.
And that's the thing about like it didn't overstay its welcome either.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, just enough to get
disturbing image
to start the vibe of what you're about to get into.
Yeah. Like how this thing could go horribly wrong.
Oh, this is great right here. He's so pissed, man. Wow.
Fuck's what I'm thinking.
Come on, dude. That line rocks, bro.
But it's the Goldblumism of it.
I don't see that in scripts today, man. I don't know, man. Like, there's something so real about it. Like, if that's how it went down, that's probably how I'd respond.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that makes it I think effective is the fact that he was just like so calm looking before he did it,
and then just
it just like explodes.
yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you.
I wouldn't necessarily call it calm, but you can just see like he was just like holding in anger,
Yeah.
kind of. Oh.
Dude, his performance in this is his best that he's ever given.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh, yeah.
so good.
Maybe he was looking at it like it was his big shot too, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
gotta put everything into it.
No, and this was really probably the first time you saw him as a leading man, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Right.
other, and
I mean,
anything
before
else,
this, he was
be
in
an
Buckaroo
ensemble.
Banzai. He was in
Yeah. But he'd be like, he was always part of like well, with Buckaroo Banzai and Big and like,
Invasion
say,
of the
like
Body Snatchers.
and he was in the big was it the Big Chill? I mean,
Yeah,
but,
Big Chill.
but those were all like
Ensembles, yeah.
Yeah, it's like this is his first time to like where like the movie is like
carrying
he's
the whole
carrying.
film.
Yeah. And Silverado, I completely forgot about that one, because you know he was big with what's his face, Lawrence Kasdan, because of Big Chill, and yeah, because he's the gambler in Silverado.
Doc Holliday.
The first thing I ever remember seeing him in is in Annie Hall.
He was in Annie Hall. Wow,
Yeah,
I totally forgot
and that's
about
it. Here's actually not the first time I seen him. But that I had seen The Fly already, and I seen Annie Hall, and I was like, "Holy cow, that's Jeff Goldblum!"
that.
Yeah,
I'm like, "What is that about?"
I want to say before this, I saw him in Transylvania 65000 and Buckaroo
Yeah.
Banzai, and that was probably it.
yeah.
I feel like I seen Buckaroo after The Fly, as well.
Jeez,
And I'm trying to think, was he also? I know like it had a shitload of people. I think was he also in the Sentinel? Because I know like that has like Christopher Walken and Chris Sarandon and a bunch of other people. And for some reason, I'm thinking like Jeff
Cheeseburgers
Goldblum
worked, by the way.
might be in that as well. Let's see here.
Did we pass the Einstein?
Oh, the thing that
Like,
where he
where
talks about.
they show all the suits.
Yeah, they just showed
They
that,
open up his closet.
so he doesn't have to make. So he doesn't have to decide what to
That
wear.
patented David Cronenberg dry humping.
Just like we saw in Crash.
Yeah. Oh God.
Not the
Not
one you're
remind
thinking of.
me.
Actually, that one's probably better than the one you're thinking of, because the Crash that won the Academy Award.
I know which one you're talking about. I saw
Yeah.
David Cronenberg's Crash in the theater, and I almost walked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, but no, that one's actually probably better than the one that won the Oscar.
Oh, yeah.
The one that won the Oscar is
I still haven't been able to
garbage.
bring myself to the one that Sandra Bullock's in.
Yeah, like that one. I watched it and it's just like, this won the Oscar.
I think just because it was kind of trying to be socially relevant, they were like, "Yes, this movie."
Yeah.
Doesn't
It's
mean
like
it was good, guys.
No,
just
and
because
the
it's trying
thing
to be
was,
socially
though,
relevant.
It wasn't. It was like sort of like.
Pandering, from what I understand.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even like it was like socially relevant. It was just like trying to explain racism, but it was kind of like mansplaining racism, basically, or prejudice. It's like, this is what it is. It's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I still haven't been able to bring myself to watch it. I heard so many people telling me it was garbage. I was just like,
It
"Oh,
is.
whatever."
Yeah, it's garbage.
I'm just watching them kiss.
Just watching her
Nipple.
eat his nipple.
Yeah.
I probably didn't know that they were dating at this time. I was like, man, she's really earning her paycheck.
They had real chemistry.
Yeah.
The
For all,
steak,
for all you
man.
vegetarians out there.
You're really going to be grossed out later on.
Yeah. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
You gotta say it like Sam Elliott. Beef, it's what's for dinner. It's used as it's
You're
used.
gonna put a
in
Snickers bar in
experiments.
there too, so I can go diabetes.
Man, I'd forgot about this scene.
Oh, where he figures out what the problem is. Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole, like, she's eating the steak and
See, the thing is, like,
Spits it out and
Her
says it's
reaction
synthetic.
is exact. Like, I just watched a monkey come apart in there. I'm not putting that in my mouth. I mean, her reaction is pretty tame compared to what my
Yes.
reaction would be. I'd be like, "Fuck no, I'm out."
Oh.
Salt and pepper fixes everything.
Are you serious? The monkey just came from
Yeah. Tastes like monkey colon.
Synthetic. I always remember that word.
I was trying to remember what the timeline between this movie and Vibes was.
Oh, the one with Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you have no idea the amount of times I sat through that.
Yeah, he made it 2 years after that.
You have no concept of how many times I watched that when it was on cable. Countless times.
Yeah. Apparently,
and it wasn't because I liked it; it was because it was on.
So apparently, Jeff Goldblum was in The Right Stuff as recruit.
Yeah, I think I remember that. But he just had a tiny little role.
Yeah, like doesn't look like it was a huge role. And I actually do remember there was that Legend of Sleepy Hollow TV movie where he plays Ichabod Crane. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, that was in 78 or something.
Yeah, 78.
I saw that long after. I watched the third or the second remake, the one that came out in 93 or 4. The one by the guy who did Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah.
I watched that one, and then my dad was like, "Oh, there's that one that came out in the 70s. You should probably watch too." And I watched it. I was like, "Holy crap, that was actually pretty good."
And I was right. He, the Sentinel, the horror
Leonard
movie
Nimoy's
from the
and jealous boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ex-boyfriend.
You can tell he's a douchebag because he's got his collar up.
Yeah.
Well, it is the 80s. That could just be because it's the 80s. So.
Yeah, I'm evil. That's how we twist our mustaches in the 80s. Yeah, wear my collar up. Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was in a bunch of stuff because, like I said, he was also in the Sentinel, which that movie has a shitload of people in it. Before, like him, Christopher Walken, and Tom Berenger, all in just teeny tiny roles.
Well, you gotta figure he's an up and coming actor. He's trying to get roles every chance he gets.
Yeah.
He'll probably take anything that he got.
And he was in Nashville as Tricycle Man. So, and of course, as I said earlier, he was in Death Wish as Freak 1. Now, if you want to see a great
was
Jeff
that Death Wish
Goldblum
1 or was that
performance-
Death Wish 2?
No, it's 1. Because in Death Wish 2 is Lawrence Fishburne.
Fishburne?
Yeah.
You guys just missed a great line, man.
Oh, what did he say?
She said, "I'm finally onto something big, something huge," and he's like, "What? His cock?"
Classic Cronenberg.
Oh, John, whatever John wants, John gets.
Will that be all, madam?
So tell me, Mr. Cronenberg, what's my part going to be? You are the jealous boyfriend.
Oh, that poor baboon.
Oh, and by the way, you get puked on a lot.
You guys know the story about this baboon? So the story, I might get this wrong, but I believe his original owner was a blonde-headed lady, and there was a script supervisor on the set with blonde hair that kind of resembled her. And so the baboon would constantly have a boner on set. And they would even have to paint it out sometimes. Like, they'd go in there and paint it.
Sure, touching it made it better.
Now you know why
anytime
so
she was
hard.
on set, dude, it was like instant erection, dude.
Jesus.
Oh, he was just trying to establish dominance.
He's just trying to give the best performance he could. Yeah.
Baboons are terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
those
never.
teeth, man.
Yeah, fangs.
That one that's in the Lord of Illusions, that mandrill or whatever it is. Fuck that thing, man. The hell with that.
What is it, Jim? Oh, he's catching on.
Are we gonna do it? Yep.
I mean, this is a big, crazy love story.
Yeah.
In the end. which is probably why I like it. I'm kind of a romantic, I think.
It's a very high-tech phone he's got there.
No, I know, right?
I feel like my first cell phone was that size, though.
I watched what was it, on Friday I started watching the Lethal Weapon movies from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I watched through part 4 yesterday. And the first movie, Danny Glover is carrying around a suitcase-sized cell phone.
I do remember that, yeah.
I mean, he's like, it looks like he has a briefcase, and then you see him talking, and Joe's like, "Oh no!"
It was one of those brick phones, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god! I was like, wow, I forgot that they were like 20 pounds at one point in time.
Yeah. Chaos.
This is where the jealousy gets kicked in, right?
Yep.
This is why he does what he does.
Yep.
Yeah.
But at least he apologized to the baboon, you know, so.
I'm sorry I killed your brother.
Yeah.
I hope he didn't rent the first one.
He rented it from Joe Exotic, and, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
So. And then he just blamed it on Carol.
I sure didn't get it from Carol Baskin, that bitch.
Carol fucking Baskin. Guess what, motherfucker? Oh.
Thanks very much. But this is not your store. It's mine.
I feel like there's never a moment where you forget you're watching a David Cronenberg movie. In this one.
Does he use the same cinematographer for each film? Or
I mean, it definitely looks similar.
The cinematographer that he used up until this point was his last film, I believe. Or was it the editor? I'm trying to remember.
Definitely, I will say, yeah, there is definitely a certain look to his movies that is pretty, especially I'm not even say Shivers, maybe like either Rabbit or Dead Zone to here. Definitely all have a very similar look. Which that's a good one too. Have you ever seen that Rabbit, Chris?
Yeah, I've seen Rabbit.
Yeah.
Mark
good.
Irwin was the cinematographer for this.
Yeah.
Is this the last time? It was his.
Yeah,
I can't remember if it was editor or his cinematographer. If it was the last Cronenberg film he did.
He's directing nothing but garbage now. He shot Man's Best Friend. Ooh, now there's something to put on the resume.
Is that what was his name? Max?
Yeah, it was Max. Yeah, it was Lance Hendrickson.
Yeah, he shot videos. He shot Videodrome. He shot Dead Zone. He shot Spasms.
And is Fly the last one?
Then we got The Fly.
Oh.
And he shot The Blob, the remake of The Blob. And Fright Night Part 2.
Ooh, hey, we saw that.
Yeah, that was the last Cronenberg movie he did. He shot RoboCop 2. You're dead to me.
Yeah, gross. You know, that is like the most 80s of Primates because its hair's teased.
It looks like somebody
does RoboCop
shaved its
2
head
not
down.
hold up? I really remember liking that.
We watched it for the podcast last season, and it's like painful.
Actually, foreshadowing right there. The fly was buzzing around the baboon.
Yeah.
Yep. But no, really all the RoboCop sequels are garbage.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I own both the sequels, but
yeah, the first one's fucking great.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best.
Which one has the
made.
kid?
That's the second one.
Well, actually, the third one has one too. The third one has the little girl. That's
oh yeah.
That's the
I
hacker.
spent a day with the kid.
The boy.
older.
The boy.
In Dallas, I was with a friend, and he's like, "Yeah, man, let's go to this restaurant. My friend owns it." And then we're just talking and hanging out, and he told me, "Yeah," and I was like, "Man, dude, you look so familiar." It's a kid from RoboCop or something.
Oh, geez.
I was like, "What?"
See, even the baboon knows something's awry.
He was in the kid from RoboCop 2 was in an episode of Next Generation I watched like a week ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is where it all goes down.
Yep.
And
this is it.
It's the consequences of science, or the misuse of science.
See, now the baboon's looking at Jeff Goldblum and getting a boner.
Yeah, he's like, "See, you're not the only one with the boner on set, baboon."
He's like, special effects!
I guess that light used to freak the baboon out, and he ripped one of the doors off.
Oh, jeez.
And so any shot you see the baboon in, the trainer is hidden off to the side.
Got his,
Because they had
his
a
legs down or
flash
something.
in there.
See, if they had their way, he probably would have walked out of here with a fly's head on.
Yeah.
The original version of the movie.
Yeah. Hey, you feel my boner?
He's like, the baboon's like, nope, but I feel yours.
Oh, I didn't know Glenn Close was in this movie. It does. I mean, circa Fatal Attraction, the teased hair. You
And
know?
then I just watched Mars Attacks yesterday. Oh, wow.
I don't mean. I'm sorry, Glenn Close. You are a handsome woman.
Especially in that movie where you played a woman pretending to be a guy.
Oh God.
Well, a woman pretending to be a... No, I guess it'd be a man pretending to be a woman. I believe Tootsie was Geena Davis' first film.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
shit, yeah, and she got naked in that, didn't she?
In that dressing room scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not creepy. Oh, God. RoboCop 2, get out of here.
I have to watch that. It's been ages, man.
It is like real. It's like, it feels like a TV movie.
Yeah.
That's the one with the criminal and the mind gets put in the robot, right?
Yeah, it's the one with the drug, the nuke.
Well, it's also to me.
It had 500 writers too. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that
Crazy.
they.
I watched it like 3 times in the theater, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's why.
When I was young, I watched Mortal Kombat 2 like 4 times in the theater before I realized I hated it.
like you were talking about has 500 writers. That's why they had Frank Miller on set, was because he was constantly rewriting that movie.
Yeah, because they couldn't decide what the hell they wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Do we want it to be funny? Do we want it to be satirical? Do we want it to be just a hardcore action movie? Like, make up your freaking minds.
And I mean, their first mistake was hiring Frank Miller,
Guy who is not known for screenplays.
No, yeah. Well, he's known for them, just not in a positive light.
Yeah, I've seen the Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Obsessed. Even left to be jealous.
He's like 10 years older than me, so.
If it makes you feel any better, it was like banging my dad.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
Of course not. I don't know how to work that thing.
Let's make a fly baby.
Have you guys seen the one of the endings that they shot with the actual fly baby?
Uh-uh.
I would actually say butterfly baby.
Oh,
Because
yeah. It's like a dream she
Yeah, he
has.
starts off in a cocoon,
Yeah.
and then he comes out, and it's a baby, and it's got the wings, and he flies into the... It's a dream, actually, I believe.
Yeah. I remember reading about it, but I never saw it.
I mean, I will... a certain scene, which I don't want to... well, if you I'm
This
assuming
movie's from the 80s, Jeremiah.
Yeah, I'm assuming people have seen it already, but the abortion scene gave me fucking nightmares as a kid.
Yes.
And by the way, that's going to be Cronenberg, who is the doctor.
That's Cronenberg as the doctor, yeah.
So.
It would have been funny if it was Jeremy Irons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm operating on mutant women. You're looking for a prize at the bottom of the cereal. There is none.
Is this the workout scene?
Like, where he starts doing all the gymnastics and shit.
Yeah. I don't remember. I'm trying to...
Yeah, I know. It's been
I think so.
forever.
I think that's what woke her up, was him jumping around.
I can't remember where it's... And eventually he's... Hey, there you go. Side boob for you, Chris. The side boob hour. But no, I forget at what point he just starts getting really amorous and going out on the town.
Yeah. See, the one thing... Okay, you know which part I'm going to have to look away for, right, Jeremiah?
Oh, the arm wrestling?
Yes, I'm going to have to look away for that.
Yeah, he's about to start doing all the...
Yeah.
The
I can handle people getting ripped apart. I can handle brains being squished out of somebody's head, but I see a broken bone and I'm done.
Or if someone vomit in a movie, that's another one that's always hard for some reason. I'm apparently now Mr. Goldblum is attempting to do Tai Chi. If he just write a letter. Mr. Goldblum.
Look at her face, man.
Mr. Goldblum.
That's so good.
Has apparently written down 3. Oh, the number 3. No, the letter 3.
What else you got, Jeff?
Just so happens there's parallel bars here.
With enough space to walk on.
I know. I was going to say, like, the clearance between that and the roof, you know.
Isn't that a Quinky?
He's training for, the Munich Olympics.
He kind of looks like the dude from Nacho Libre right there.
Chancho! I need to borrow some suedes.
Clearly not Jeff Goldblum, by the way. Notice how his face is out of frame.
Always covered.
Yeah. It's a bad wig.
I mean, I think it looks good, though, man.
Yeah.
They're shooting it in a way that you really can't tell.
Like, they definitely found the right body type.
Yeah. Well, and I know, like, later on, like, the set they built for this, they built it to where, like, they could turn it upside down. Because later on, like, when he's
walking around.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it spins.
Yeah.
And then the cameras are actually
locked down, right?
Mounted and locked down, and they spin as well.
Yeah.
It just makes me wonder, like, how they move the camera when it's locked down like that. I wonder if it's, like, on some sort of a remote control rig where they can move it around.
No, there's a guy, if you ever seen, like...
It's, like, strapped into it?
they're actually, like, spinning something.
God damn.
To move it.
Because I remember years and years ago seeing, like, the, like, behind-the-scenes thing on this, and they even showed how they had to super glue all, like, the dishes.
All the stuff.
Yeah, and every, like the tables, everything that
Wrappers.
was... Yeah, they had to, like, super glue it all so that it would, so that they could spin it and get those great shots.
Yeah. I remember, like, Nightmare on Elm Street when Tina's being dragged across the ceiling and the thing with Glenn's blood shooting out of the bed was all one of those rotating rooms.
Yeah.
I remember reading that when it came time to make Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, the scene where Turbo was dancing on the ceiling, they had to use the one from A Nightmare on Elm Street because they didn't want to build one of their own.
Oh, canon.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's the one without Jean-Claude Van Damme dancing in it.
Is that Breaking 1?
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding.
He's dancing around making a fool out of himself in the background.
Yeah. I will say this dialogue up here is awesome.
The plasma pool.
This whole scene is great.
I remember the trailer used a lot of this, him talking of this scene, like the dialogue from this was like looped over the trailer.
Well, the thing is, though, I'm willing to bet this is what got him Dr. Malcolm in Jurassic Park, just because the way he can
he's spouting off all
stuff.
kinds of weird jargon super fast.
Yeah, like
which isn't in the script, if you didn't know.
He made this shit up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. To a certain point, it's in the script.
Yeah.
And then it goes off.
Yeah.
The sugar, though, man, it's just, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Because he's a fly! He needs nectar!
Diabetes.
Yeah. Give me sugar water!
What movie was that?
That's Men in Black.
Oh, yeah.
With,
sugar water.
What's his face? Kingpin. I can't think of his name right now.
Private Pile?
Yeah, it's killing me now.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah. I need sugar and water. Yeah, that's not going to get you any faster service, buddy.
No.
In fact, I'd go to you last. A little afternoon delight.
Making a fly, baby.
They started out this morning feeling so polite. Never thought
Afternoon delight.
Yeah. Ugh. Somebody needs some proactive.
Yeah, no shit.
We're starting to see the digression, right?
Yep. And even like the
This is the hairs too. I think you see the hair.
yeah, and like the lesion on his shoulder. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I guess I have seen this movie way too many times. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I kind of have it the whole shot for shot in my brain.
You look like a teenager. You're gonna look like Lawrence Fishburne if you're not careful.
Dude, he looks horrible, man.
Her F. Murray Abraham.
Oh God. It makes me laugh. Like you watch Star Trek Insurrection when he's got like that melty skin thing going on with the makeup, and it looks better than his real skin.
Oh my gosh.
Edward James Olmos.
Oh God. Edward James almost in Winter in Construction.
Yes. Also, nice manties right there.
I tell you, man, Jeff gave his all for this, man. He's like, he barely has clothes ever on in this movie. Look at those scissors, man. Jeez, oh Pete, that's not sanitary.
The thing is, too, he's even kind of, like if you look at how he acted in the beginning of it, he's acting more Fly-like and just like the erratic, like kind of like switch, like kind of like switch really fast, like a fly would kind of.
Well, he's getting twitchy.
Yeah.
He's getting twitchy now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ticks start to come.
Yeah.
In. You're jealous. Here it comes. Oh wait, no. Doesn't he say something about that jealous? Where's that line?
Oh.
This is when he punches the wall.
Yeah. Oh, that's where he gets a hooker, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Or like the biker bitch or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the part. This is the
your
part I'm
scene-
gonna have to
your
look away.
scene's coming up.
Yeah, this is the part I'm gonna have to look away.
Oh, the jealous line comes when she catches them together.
Nice pleated pants.
And by the way, I'm wearing the jacket you bought me.
Yeah.
And no shirt.
Yeah.
So my armpits are going to stink it all up.
But I did kind of like mentioning flesh in Cronenberg movies seems to be kind of a thing too, because Videodrome,
The Long Live the New Flesh.
Flesh, yeah. Zagnut, or is that a Charleston Chew?
At first I thought it was a banana.
Oh, it's a Butterfinger.
But it's
It's a yeah.
Hey, by the way,
Dad.
this broken arm brought to you by Miller.
Budweiser.
Which the gag for the arm is actually just like a plate in latex.
You can explain
Like a
it to
metal.
me any way you like. I'm still not watching it. Man, you should have seen me in the theater when I saw Saw 5 and that guy's arm gets shattered like that. I was like, nope! Nope! I like guys with candy bars in their teeth and bad acne.
I like you tonight. So he didn't go with the cheeseburger line here.
No.
Yeah.
That's how you know the change has begun.
Good
Is that
lord!
Chris
Look
Maloney? No, it's not.
how high up his pants are.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Yeah. You're certainly wearing the outfit of a hooker. Or was it, the uniform of a hooker? Chappelle said. Yeah, no.
Yep, here it comes.
No.
Oh, this is the
Jeremiah,
good. Do you want to
Jeremiah,
watch
I'm just
this?
going to look at you. How about that? No.
It's okay. It's over.
No.
It's all right. It's over, Chris.
No.
The scene's... you can look now. It's safe.
No.
I promise. It's over.
No.
Yep.
No way in hell.
It's almost there.
Yeah.
Oh, and notice his blood is starting to be clear. It's no longer iron rich.
Oh, it is brutal. It looks great. It's a good effect.
Yeah. All right, baby, let's go bang.
Okay. Is it over?
It's over.
Yeah. Well, like that scene in in Scary Movie, I can never watch that scene where Shannon
With the
Elizabeth
ankle?
goes, "Oh, is this the part where I break my leg?" And it's a comedy. And it's like I can't watch that because it's just like, because I've actually had a broken leg. Oh.
I don't know what it is. I just cannot handle compound fractures and stuff.
Yeah. Co-op cabs.
It will haunt my dreams. He's setting up franchises and stuff. Gonna have flat babies all over the place.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're only gonna live for like 24 hours, so he's good.
Oh Jesus!
The carry her up the stairs scene.
It's like it's only 2 flights, lady. I'm gonna bang your head on the wall every chance I get.
Really working those quads.
Hopefully, he didn't have to do that too many times. That would get tiring, man.
Yeah, Cronenberg was like
anybody.
Stanley Kubrick. We're gonna do it 96 times.
And then his hair starts falling out.
Hello.
She's all speckledy like Lindsay Lohan.
I wonder if that like exacerbated the whole thing.
All right, ready to bone.
This is like an Austin Powers movie all of a sudden.
He's about to make his cock disappear. Jinx.
That one was easy. That was low hanging
Yeah.
fruit.
Oh. And balls.
Yeah, that's the thing. I always wondered when I, every time I watch this, I wonder if what he just did made it worse.
The money's on the dresser. You can leave now.
Who left?
Go through.
No. I don't want to try that.
Why not? Thank you for the sex.
Well, maybe that's sexy. How's that sound? Tonight?
God damn.
I don't think I've ever had an alcohol rub in my life. Is that a thing?
Well, I think that's why they call it rubbing alcohol, because like people used to actually rub it, like massage it into
really?
them. Yeah.
No!
And there it is.
There it is.
The
Post
line.
line. Wow.
Ouch. Yeah.
Awkward.
Especially that walk of shame she's about to do.
In their panties.
Nope.
Not in the slightest.
Does he have hairs come out of
Yeah.
his face?
I think it's starting
I've
to,
ne-
yeah.
This must be the first time I've seen it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, you can see like
I've never noticed those.
right above his mouth, like on the sides of his mouth.
That is crazy. I'll have to get the 4K transfer one day.
Oh God,
See what else I notice.
it's weird. Sometimes it helps a movie, and sometimes it's a detriment.
Oh yeah, like Clash of the Titans,
The old one.
the old one in Blu-ray. You're like, oh no.
I haven't seen. No, the one that made me laugh was when we watched Jaws 3D.
Oh yeah.
The Blu-ray is so clear you could see the seams in the pool where they're shooting all the underwater scenes.
Look at your face. It's your face. Something happened.
Here it comes.
Look at those eyes, god damn.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy eyes. Here we go. This is what I always remember, the punching.
I hope he's not renting.
In that part of town, I doubt it.
I think, is this where he discovers that he has clear blood?
Oh, when his fingernails?
Yeah, well, because like there's a thing where he sprayed it because, you know, a fly doesn't have iron. You know, humans have iron-rich blood, and that's why, that's why it's red. And flies don't have iron-rich blood, so like and that's why it's clear. It's like
When
a
he peels his
plasma.
nails off, that like clear shit's pouring out.
Yeah, because it's like it's basically like plasma.
And aesthetic,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Or like the vomit. Yeah, like the vomit.
Yeah, you can see it in his nose. There's like a hair coming out of his nose.
no, on nose,
Yep.
cheek,
Yeah.
chin.
Well, you never noticed that before on the like on a
I
VHS
didn't. I never
copy.
seen that. I never.
Yeah. Well, now it explains why he's trying to shave.
Exactly.
Wow.
Dude.
See,
That's crazy.
VHS, man. Yeah.
That's wild.
That makes sense now.
Thanks a lot, VHS.
Yeah. Ruin movies.
Well, this made it
Yeah,
better.
this is whenever he's
Yeah.
it's like
And I used to bite my nails too, so.
Yeah, like I mean, this is nothing new. We've all been through this. We've all had this day.
and yeah, because he squirts the stuff out and it's clear
Oh yeah.
because, as I said, because it's not iron rich blood. Or he doesn't have iron rich blood anymore because he has the blood of a fly.
But dude, you didn't even try to clean that up. You just.
Oh God.
This is like Cronenberg's staple right here.
Yeah. You're changing.
It's great,
Yeah.
though, dude. I love it.
He's taking it rather well, though. All things considering.
Hey, Ronnie, come back. I'm ready to listen.
For a minute, sec. Give me a disc. I need first teleportation disc from.
This is where the movie really starts to ramp up. Man.
This is where like
It's
all
no,
the makeup.
there's no stopping
Yeah.
after this point.
It's just makeup effect after makeup effect.
Yeah. Which, man, when you look at this movie, you just can't imagine how long it must have took to film.
I can't imagine how long he had to sit in those makeup chairs.
Yeah.
Oh, it is secondary. I'll let-
It's like no shit. Thanks, computer. Oh, you can see it in the corner. Yep.
He just feels like a giant ass right now.
Yep.
And this is why we don't get hammered.
Yeah, don't get drunk and teleport.
Oh, that reminds me. I need another drink.
Goodness.
Don't be right back.
There it is. Man, I can see all those hairs now.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Makes you wonder, like, the fly, like, when he teleported himself with the fly in there, it was on the window at first, but, like, right before he teleported, like, flew out into the middle, like, to where he was. Makes you wonder if it would have done it if it was still on the window.
I wonder if he didn't catch that. Well, he caught the fly, right? So is there somewhere a fly that's slowly transforming into a human?
I think it's just, yeah. Wrong fly movie.
All right, I'm back.
An interesting fade.
Yeah. It's like,
But I don't know how else you get to this scene.
that's the I'm fucked
Yeah.
fade.
Yeah.
It's time to accept your life accept the fact that your life has changed detrimentally.
Yeah, accept your fate.
Yeah.
Now look at that computer. What?
Yeah.
No. Or is that just a word processor?
Well, it's probably a word processor because she's writing her story. Oh, this is the worst booty call ever.
She doesn't even know what she's going into.
Yeah. Be warned, lady. This is going to be a shit show.
And yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier. How they basically this is the thing where you see him walking on the ceiling and stuff, and it's they had to lock down and glue everything because as we were saying earlier, it rotated. So.
Which it's so good. It's so well done. You can't even tell what's going on.
Yep. Also, it's like, how did he order out?
The part where he throws up the donut.
Yeah.
I use that GIF in my streams, in my live streams.
Is that when someone says something stupid?
Yeah. Or I'm watching something gross. I'm like, oh, that's nasty. And I run that GIF.
Which the thing though is like, how did he get all the food? Did like he order out or like have somebody deliver the shit? Because I doubt he went out like that.
Now this is a poster child for social distancing.
Right now. This is how all of us look right now because we've been stuck inside for almost 2 months.
Well, it looks like the little errant hairs that were popping out of his face aren't there
Oh
anymore.
no, I can kind of, look at his nose. Yeah.
Oh, I see some.
Oh yeah. Now the light hits him. I can see him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And this movie's like heartbreaking, bro.
Yeah.
So bad.
Also because he's obviously a brilliant guy.
Yeah.
He was actually a decent guy at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Just
a
watching
monster.
this guy deteriorate into
Yeah.
he's a monster. He turns into a monster in more ways than one.
Well, it's the whole it's basically he's Dr. Frankenstein and the monster pretty much. So
it's like, why are you covered in vomit?
that's not vomit.
That's how he eats,
Yeah.
man.
No, I mean her reaction was like, why are you covered in vomit, dude?
I know. You think like I just called you. Maybe I should put on a different shirt.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Why put on airs? So is this the thing where his ear falls off, or?
Yeah, I think it happens here.
Oh.
No doctors, no police.
I wanted you to watch me vomit.
There it is. Love this part.
Much like a fly. Yeah, right here. This is his fucking ear falls off.
Let me hug you. Yeah, you're only covered in vom.
Why? Oh, my chest is on fire.
I'll push my head up against your missing ear hole.
Crazy, man.
That's it. Let's hear advice.
He's right. You see, could be contagious. Could turn into an epidemic.
The damage is already done.
Don't forget to wear your face mask.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
No, man. That dude, like I said, I don't think I've ever seen a movie that. Oh wait, no, it's Blood Simple. He was a decent guy in Blood Simple.
Yeah.
That's the only movie I've ever seen this guy play like a good person in.
Wasn't he the bad guy in Men at
he was
Work?
the bad guy in Men at Work, and also Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. He was the sleazy guy that was trying to bone Christina Applegate and cheat on like his girlfriend.
I guess I didn't notice he was the bad guy in Men at Work. He doesn't.
No, he didn't have the beard,
Yeah, he
and
shaved-
his
yeah,
hair's
he's-
all
he's
slicked
beardless
back
in
too.
that,
So,
Oh, you're right.
but yeah, I was gonna say I think Blood Simple is the only thing I've ever seen this guy in where he's actually a decent person.
I bet you $10. He's like the nicest guy in the world.
Probably, yeah.
He's just been typecast because of this movie to play assholes.
Well, no, like that guy who plays the in Shawshank Redemption, the guy who's like the leader of the Sisters or whatever. That character actor who always plays like kind of scumbags. Apparently, like he's really nice, and I guess he was at there was that documentary about character actors, and they talked about how he went to a grocery store with his very young daughter, and some lady looked at him like, "Oh, you have a little girl with you?" Like,
Well, it's the same thing with like Michael Ironside.
Yeah.
I mean, like he does nothing but play heavies.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Here it is.
And like everyone says he's like the sweetest dude in the in the world.
And yeah, here's the effect of like that's basically they just have it spun, the camera's upside down, and like the camera's on the roof, he is on the bottom, and yeah, they're spinning it.
Maybe on the Blu-ray you'll actually be able to see the makeup they put on his hands are little suction thingies too. They're on the palms.
Yeah.
I noticed that on.
He's got like webbed fingers now too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm like really trying to look now that you said that.
Yeah.
Man, he looks rough.
I know what the disease was.
What is the disease?
What's to turn me into something else. That's not too terrible, is it?
You're getting buff, bro.
Jeez.
What do you think of fly? Like a 185-pound fly.
Good. I'm gonna recommend some Invisalign for you there, buddy. But
Do you think that's where the Nobel Prize is? Oh, thank you.
So good.
If you'll want to record for posterity.
he's trying to be a social media influencer.
Oh Jesus! Let's
first
make,
YouTube.
let's make a Facebook video.
Let's see how many hits this gets.
Oh, this is cool because they cut back to the ex-boyfriend, right? Watching it.
So he mentioned like, oh, this could be part of a children's book, and now all I can think of him is him reading Horton Hears a Who, which has been like on Facebook recently.
Those ticks, man.
Yeah, right here you were talking about.
That's a great transition. Look at his face. Watch his reaction, bro.
Not really.
Then you hear the slurping.
Oh.
Yeah. Someone just got some
yeah.
bad news.
The bad news.
Yeah.
You've been knocked up. I mean, it's bad enough to be, this will be bad news anyway in her situation. But now it's bad enough to know that she might have a fly crawling up around there.
I'm pregnant.
Boom.
I'm pregnant with cyst, baby.
And this is what...
But that's the thing. Is it from before teleportation or after teleportation?
I guess...
As we all find out in part 2, it was post.
In the 80s, I guess they didn't believe in wearing condoms, but...
Yeah, I think they established it pretty well though that it was after the teleport.
Yeah, because, well, you literally see them have sex
Yeah.
after he teleports.
Oh, okay. This is the.
Yep.
This fucking scene.
Jeremiah's favorite
Yeah, this
part.
gave me nightmares as a kid because I didn't know. Well, first off, I was so naive. I didn't know that. I thought that she was just giving birth because my parents weren't going to tell me this was an abortion.
Yeah, they're going for an abortion.
And,
Yeah.
so that's how naive I was. I thought, oh, she's just giving birth, and then I saw that. I was like, ah. That man has no chin behind her.
I feel his pain.
It's just like it's a mustache and nothing else.
I feel like this is one of the first horror movies I watched in the theater, and probably one of the very few, if not only, movies I ever watched with my dad.
And
really?
there he is, David Cronenberg himself.
David Cronenberg, yeah.
Dr.
Oh,
Cronenberg.
well, yes.
PhD.
Get it
Dr.
right.
Cronenberg, baby killer.
We get to see the origin of Dr. Decker.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, this is just.
Yeah, just push it out, yeah. It's like a tube of toothpaste. Just push it out.
You're not far off about the tube of toothpaste.
Here it is, man.
You're like, the fuck?
Yep. And very phallic too.
Sweet.
That's Cronenberg for you.
I wonder which crew member took that puppet home.
Geena Davis.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
She's like, you guys done with that? We're good for the day? Okay, I'm gonna pocket this.
I'm just gonna put this in my car.
Yeah. That's why she brought her big purse that day.
Why are you carrying a duffel bag around with you? What's with the third degree?
Put it in the freezer.
Yeah. When he flips people
Now
off,
we
he
gotta do
means it.
the typing like an old lady.
Or like the dog from The Outsider or whatever, or The Watcher.
Man.
I wanted this. Give me preliminary and grade.
Is this? Oh, right, where it's not recognizing his voice. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
This did
Oh,
come
this
out,
always
yeah.
did come out.
Grip. Ugh.
Ugh. It's like everyone's
Yeah.
had
Well,
this
the thing
dream,
is, though,
right?
it's like
Yeah.
I've actually researched. Apparently, if you dream where your teeth are falling out, it means you feel you have no control of your life. Yeah, that's apparently
Oh, really?
because I've had that dream. But like you said, like everybody, I don't think everybody at some point has had that dream.
Jeremiah, do we need to talk?
But I think, well, I have no control. But no, like that is like apparently.
Oh, no. Here comes the pickle scene.
Ugh.
I like he's kept his
Yeah.
sense of humor, though, you know?
Yep.
And there it is. It's a dick.
There it is, a pickle. Yep. That's what is this? What is it? Thing that look like a sausage supposed to be?
The testicle?
Maybe.
Maybe it was his big toe.
Hey, baby.
Uh,
What's cracking?
yeah,
It's like, let's try this cheeseburger line now.
yeah.
He looks like a
His
cheeseburger.
apartment looks better than mine.
I want it.
My teeth have begun to fall out. The medicine cabinet is now the museum of natural history.
Man, those hairs are long now.
Yeah.
What do you want?
He's like, I'm just scratching my back against this.
It's like, oh, it feels so good.
Yeah.
All to say I love you.
Good scene.
He's like, thanks. I read Animal Farm.
It's more of an allegory, though, really.
They're very brutal. No compassion. No compromise. We can't trust the insect. I'd like to become the first insect politician. You see, I'd like to. But
Man.
I'm afraid to.
Yeah, like this is just, yeah.
It's just kind of an intense.
Dude, I'm
scene.
telling you. Well, her performance is amazing, but like what he's saying is setting up what's gonna happen as far as his
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's clearly everything, even his mind is deteriorating, basically.
That's such a good line, dude, right there.
You notice that one of his pupils is bigger than the other?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Cue the Howard Shore music
Yep.
to make you. Yes.
Opera!
I think it's not so much that it's bigger than, I think, like, one eye just has more makeup done to the other one.
Yeah. This is always good too, man. It's just these little things he does.
It's like, I couldn't even look him in the eye!
You know it's bad when the, asshole is being the voice of reason.
Yeah. Oops.
Yep.
It's up on the roof.
Witness!
You gonna have a baby?
It's Baxter Stockman.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is, in reality, probably...
That does not look like Tyler Perry.
In reality, the whole Baxter Stockman turning into a fly thing was probably a direct ripoff of this.
Oh, yeah. You know somebody that worked at Playmates was a big
yeah.
fan of this movie.
So have you guys ever seen this scene that was supposed to happen before that one? which he puts the baboon and the cat together.
I actually have heard about that, but I've never seen it yet.
And he splices them together. And it's a different version of Jeff Goldblum too that we never get to see. Like he looks crazy. And then he ends up beating the heck out of that thing to kill it. And
hopefully it'll be on that special edition Blu-ray that's coming out.
Yeah. And I've seen it, so it's been out somewhere. Yeah. And then he's like, he goes outside and he's like yelling or something, and an arm grows out of his side, dude. like a claw thing, and he ends up biting it off with his teeth. It's gnarly, man. It is crazy. If you ever get a chance to see it, it's awesome.
I'll look it up when we're done.
Yeah.
But they cut it out because, like, when they tested it with audience, they just lost, like,
connection.
Like, okay, this guy, it wasn't Jeff anymore, man. It was like
he's just a monster.
They lost sympathy for the character once you beat a cat to death. It's just like,
you see him doing cruel.
Well,
things.
it's the thing too. Is like just audiences.
Yeah. Well, you need. But also, it kind of ruins the reveal of what his plans are for her.
Yeah.
What's the buzz, lady?
Oh God.
But.
And the tricky part of this film is being able to recognize Jeff as long as you can, I would think, right?
Yeah.
Like, because there's a point where he just becomes a monster.
Yeah.
So. And I think with that scene, they probably made him a monster too early.
Yeah. You don't want to see what kind of crazy he becomes until he starts talking about what he wants to do.
And this is literally like
exactly.
the last part. Like at this point, it's like the last of his humanity is basically this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like don't kill my baby.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. Where he says the baby might be all that's left of the real me.
There should be like a Planned Parenthood commercial.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. But you don't like it when I say it, do you?
I saw my baby crying hard.
No.
Too bad.
No.
Ooh, David Bowie as Brundle. There you go.
Hey,
oh, look at me. I've been turned into a fly. It appears I'm time to do a fly. Bow down to the Homo Superior.
I don't think this guy walking into this apartment expects what's going to happen to him.
No. But they kind of set it up with him watching that video. You know?
Yeah.
It's like he knows the dangers. He sees what happened to that donut. He messed that donut up.
Yeah, it doesn't end well for this.
No. Well, I mean, it could have been worse. Yeah.
The sequel, at least they follow up with him on this whole thing in the sequel.
But yeah, the dissolve stuff, the acid scenes are pretty brutal.
Yeah, they're gross as shit.
Like from this point on, I can't imagine how long it took to shoot. There's just so many shots and so much practical effects.
Yeah, it's like in a row. It's just like one thing after another. And this was probably a few weeks of work.
Yeah, at least minimum.
You should probably have that done beforehand, buddy.
Well, he couldn't sneak it in. So.
Yeah. We could do it in the hallway.
Yeah, like I watched this movie, The Prophecy, like
the one with
2 days ago. Or
Christopher Walken?
No, not The Prophecy. I'm sorry, the oh my gosh, the kid that's a genius, super. Oh gosh, what are they called? Prodigy.
Oh.
And the lady goes. Have you seen it? I don't know. Spoil.
Doesn't sound familiar.
She goes to kill someone. She drives like 80 miles and then is there and then decides to load the gun. I'm like, wait, what? Like, shouldn't you done that already?
Yeah. So now you know it's he's done. He's not a person anymore.
Yep.
You see that little shadow there. You're like, oh, you did.
The suspense is terrible. You already know. Yeah.
I hope it'll last.
Shoot him now, you jackass! Well, that was easy. Gerp.
Oh, yeah, baby.
He's frosting his hand.
He's like, shh, be quiet, don't let him know.
You know, he's even just like, ooh, look at that.
That puddle there on the floor is awesome.
Oh, just disintegrating, his hand just fucking disintegrating. Oh. And then, yeah, this is...
Oh, man.
Like, you asked for it.
This is brutal.
This is a good effect right here, man. Especially when it peels
right
apart.
there. It just dissolves up.
Look at this.
Does he take it off? Yeah, he like takes it off.
Yes.
Let's try his face.
Too bad we didn't get to see this.
Yeah.
Gina's such a buzzkill.
Cock blocker. Vomit drop blocker.
Yeah.
I mean, the shock alone probably would have just killed that guy, but you know.
Yeah. Just the
They go back to the room effect again. One last time, get their money's worth.
Hey baby, what your name is?
I keep trying to I keep looking at his hands. Now that you said that, I'm like, I want to see them.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember seeing him on the behind the scenes when they were doing the tests. Which is crazy because it's like a detail that probably no one will ever see it.
But just kind of give him the idea of, okay, yeah, this is what it would be like if like you're sticking to a surface. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder who would in a fight between Peter Parker and Brundlefly.
Oh, jeez.
The fact that she's even listening to this, it's like...
Looks like some weird cocoon.
It's the final countdown.
Here we go.
And yeah,
yeah.
Remember this?
And here goes the
I love
jaw.
how it just like bounces, like it just sort of like still even kind of pulsates and moves.
Still
yeah, like
quivering.
right there. Yeah, like the you know.
There's no more Jeff here.
It is now Brundlefly is basically taken over now.
Yeah, see that little claw that came out? That's what comes out of his belly. And that deleted
I mean,
scene.
at least he knows how to moonwalk.
Oh god, the eyes.
Yeah, dude, that's a great effect, man.
Yeah, that is rad.
I love how it's moonwalking through the pod.
Well, the thing that always grossed me out, I think the thing that grossed me out the most about it is as he's walking backwards, you see like his toes coming off and stuff. It's like he's dragging parts of it off.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, that's great makeup. Like I
And
said,
it holds up.
it wouldn't look nearly as good if it was CG.
Yeah. That's a great puppet.
Didn't
too,
he
right
have?
there, man.
He had something similar in Naked Lunch, didn't he? Like similar to that puppet.
Well, there was like the typewriter bug thing, and then there was that creature that was always talking to Peter Weller.
What you mean, William S. Burroughs? Even though, it's like,
I love the fly's movements here. It's still Jeff.
Yeah, just doing like
you know what I mean?
erratic, like kind of like a little quick, like a little fast, little motion.
Yeah. That's all puppeteering too.
Like, oh shit!
That's ain't no good.
You done messed up, Ron.
He's like, I knew I should have thrown up on that guy's face.
Yeah.
Just wait till I get out of this pod. I'll teach you.
But this is just like messed up. Right here.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, because it takes a part of the
Yeah, he's like
side of
melded him with the teleporter.
and you see it coming out of his back when he
Yeah.
comes out.
Well, it's like his tail. He doesn't have legs anymore. It's like a
yeah,
it's like a cable
So good.
for legs.
I heard Cronenberg wanted to remake
Oh,
his
really?
remake.
Yeah.
Oh
And
god,
I
just
hope
leave
he-
it alone.
I hope he doesn't. I was like, because this thing is still holds up
Yeah,
so good.
just
Like,
leave it alone.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Cronenberg go back to horror, but yeah, as you said, it's like,
I think he's like made his like top
Yeah.
tier
yeah.
horror
Well,
with
like,
this.
I always
you know?
want it because they're doing a movie version of Black Hole, the comic book, which I always thought he would have been perfect because that's a body horror comic book. But apparently, it's going to be the guy that did Dope, which I get because that's kind of it involves teenagers. So they're playing up that aspect as opposed to the body horror aspect of it. Ugh. Kill me!
Yeah, basically.
so good,
Ugh. It's,
He's got all cables and shit.
dude. Yeah, that's awesome.
now he does look like a fucking Geiger drawing.
Yeah, no shit. There's the last bit of humanity he's got.
Yeah, this is awesome right here.
It just...
Like people ask me, like, why is my endings always so sad for my movies? Because I grew up watching this crap.
Yeah, no shit. Every time I would make a short film, I had to have it end with a down ending.
No, what'd be more fucked up is when she pulls the trigger, it just goes click.
Oh god. Well, he only shot the one time.
Oh.
Oh,
I need a hospital.
Yeah. Somebody call 911.
and credits. Man,
Ugh. Imagine walking out of the movie theater.
And now the
that,
sequel.
Yeah, I'm,
that's such a way better ending than if you've seen some of the alternative endings.
Yeah, it's just it needed to end that way. There's no
Yeah.
other way it could have ended.
Yeah.
but no, like I said, I think this was another one of those cases where I think we watched it more than talked about it because...
No, dude, we've been talking over the whole movie.
Oh, man.
It's great. It goes fast.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah.
It still holds up. Still think it's a good... Yeah.
It doesn't overstay its welcome,
Uh,
which is, I think, a good thing.
and...
Before horror movies were 2.5 hours
costume
long.
designer Denise Cronenberg. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his wife. Or no, his sister.
She
Sorry,
got
his sister.
Every movie she's on it.
But yeah, also I wonder, was this filmed in Canada?
Hey, my mother was my costume designer for some of my short films.
Well, was he? I wonder, was this filmed in Canada? The majority of it, or
I
because
wouldn't
I know
doubt
like
it.
he's a big he's a proud
Yeah, he is
Canadian,
Canadian.
director, and I know like his first few films actually are shot and take place in Canada.
Those Canada
Yeah.
scanners, yeah. Brood.
I've never met him, man. That'd be awesome.
I'd want to ask him questions about Jason X.
Well, and no, he did that because he was the producer of the Friday the 13th, the series.
Well, no, he the guy that directed Jason X used to work
Cronenberg?
with
Oh, okay.
Cronenberg. It was like a production designer or something with him. And when he got the job for Jason X, he went to Cronenberg to ask him for
Yeah.
like, tips and stuff on how to direct, and then he just said, "You want to be in it real quick?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure."
There actually is an extended interview, I believe, on YouTube. It was just like somebody just sitting down and interviewing Cronenberg, and it's pretty good because he talks about everything up to that point. Because I think that was when he had just done what's the one with Robert Pattinson, the Cosmo.
Yeah.
Oh, Cosmopolis? No,
Cosmopolis. Yeah, it was.
Which I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it because I was like, big anti-Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson.
And now he's Batman, so...
I'm like,
so
I'm
now I
Team
gotta watch
Jacob,
it because I want to
sucker.
see him actually
Yeah.
act.
Well, I heard that, sidebar, I heard...
But he was really good in that Harry Potter movie. He was.
I heard that Robert Pattinson's also supposed to be good in that movie with him and Willem Dafoe. Yeah.
Oh, The Lighthouse.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
no.
I wanted to see that in the theater so bad, but
Don't do it.
It didn't play anywhere near here except like in like the art house theaters, and I didn't feel like going out there.
But no, The Fly still holds up.
Still
Definitely
a fantastic flick.
overshadows the original. And I think this thing is, I think more people are familiar with this movie than are probably familiar with the Vincent Price version, other than like the classic like "help me" type thing.
Well, they have that when she screams. That's a pretty iconic in film.
she sees
where
the-
she
yeah.
screams when she first sees them.
Oh yeah,
and
when
there's
he first pulls
Yeah,
the blanket
10
off
of
of
them.
his head. Yeah,
10 of her.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
that's a good
No,
flick.
and-
yeah.
Hey,
Thanks
you
for having me on.
for choosing The Fly.
Maybe we'll come back and watch part 2.
And
Yeah.
is there anything you'd like to? Was there anything you want to plug?
And if-
Or
Well, they can find me over on Media Glitch on YouTube, where I do a lot of video game reviews. I am also a film director. I just signed on to do a TV show called Behind the Yellow House, and we were supposed to start shooting June 20th, but that has been delayed because of all this craziness that's going on in the world.
Because
it's basically stopped production on
But
everything. yeah.
casting has already started. The only person I'm allowed to say is I'm drawing a blank. He's Canadian too. From
Fair?
He did Roswell and
Brendan Fair?
Brendan Fair.
Yep.
He's signed on.
That's cool. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah. So we've been meeting. I was just talking with him yesterday.
Cool.
Because he's coming on as cast, also as
nice,
producer.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, because he was doing Night Shift and Roswell, and now he's gonna be doing this one. And so there's other casting announcements, but I can't. Don't
say anything you can't say. So.
Disney will come after you hardcore.
So So be on the lookout for that. That is a working title too.
Awesome.
Unless they decide to go with it, but you'll see stuff.
I look forward to seeing it.
So, but you can check out my last movie, Beautiful Prison. It's on Amazon Prime as well. And if you speak Spanish, Corazón de Campeón, that's somewhere in the world, I think. So, yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's about it. Thanks for having me on. That was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. Forcing us to watch an awesome movie.
And for those of you listening, remember, to please like, subscribe, and what most importantly?
I think the word you're looking for is share.
Share! Yes! Come on. It's what's coming around the corner. Cinco de Mayo is coming around the corner here, so,
It'd be a good Cinco de Mayo gift.
Yeah, exactly,
for someone.
yeah.
Yeah, The Fly. Watch a guy get puked on and dissolve.
Hey,
Cinco de
that's
Mayo.
just like the first Cinco de Mayo. I don't know.
Whatever.
Well, you know how Cinco de Mayo just sneaks up on you and like, oh my gosh, I forgot to get this person a Cinco de Mayo
Yeah,
gift.
and
Like every year. And not this year though, kids.
no,
Yeah,
you
'cause
got
this
it.
is free.
Right there. But yeah, also remember, please stay. If you have to go outside, please stay safe. Wear a mask. Wash your hands, and don't be an idiot. Please don't protest.
Don't go around licking toilets or injecting yourself with
Yeah.
bleach.
Oh God. And please stay away from picketing out in front of Capitol buildings. That's just stupid. I'm not gonna mince words here on that. That's stupidity. So please don't do that. I guess we'll see you next time. We'll see you on The Fly, as you might say.
Nice.
Fuck is what I'm thinking.